話がしたいのです。死体置き場で。
お前は何を笑って。
に作り方を教えてもらう。
This also speaks to Mao Mao feeling comfortable enough in front of Master Gaoshan and Master Jinshi that there's enough psychological safety and there's enough established emotional safety where Mao Mao can let her subconscious be revealed, that she can be herself more authentically, more truthfully, more honestly. Hello friends, my name is Benoit Kim, a UPenn educated psychotherapist and your favorite yapper.
地下室で編集作業中に閉じ込められてしまいました。助けてください。
Welcome to my detailed psychological analysis of the Apothecary Diaries episode 20. I just want to take a quick pause, a moment of silence while I'm yapping to appreciate how nuts and bananas episode 19 was. The entire episode was just puzzle solving, escape room, mind-boggling, mind-twisting, brain cells blowing. Wow. Assassination Zero, Vinny, Foxholes Gaming, Tirtanas, Weixiang, Samsonian, Fidelis, Hixley, and Mina K are the sponsors of today's video. I appreciate your support. Remember, you matter. You are worthy. Sit back, and I hope you enjoy.
目が覚めたのね。15針も縫ったんだから。
Jeez.
医局で寝かせるのもなんだって神師様が連れてきたのよ。
Also, I think this palace lady at this point also, I think, has glimpsed into the magnitude and the utmost significance of Mao Mao to Master Jinshi from the very fact that Master Jinshi himself, the prince, brought Mao Mao home to this quarters. So I think even now, a palace lady after Master Gaoshan has now understood that, oh, she's not just a favorite toy. She means to the young master much, much more. That's my guess. Wow.
そりゃ主人が危険にさらされればね。
So episode 20 is called Thornapple, and in Chinese / Japanese kanji it says 第12话, 落茶落花. It's hard for me to directly translate except the first two words. 落茶, which means like rosy tea. It's like a name of a tea. So yeah, that's the only translation I can offer.
だからとて怒鳴られる筋合いはないのだが。
For real.
無作法ですみません。
気にするな。
This is Master Jinshi's first time wearing his phoenix. Actually, is that phoenix or dragon? Could be both. But this is the first time that Master Jinshi actually wore his prince outfit. And remember the distinction I made. The brother to the emperor, yes, is a prince, but in the Chinese translation, it's more upper rank lord, which means they do not have the inheritable power to the crown, but they are some of the highest level nobles, period. Son of the emperor, however, is a crown prince. In Chinese, 太子 versus the upper first rank lord, which is Wang Ye. 太子, however, can inherit the throne. So 太子 is higher than upper first rank. But regardless, it's Master Jinshi's first time wearing the royalty, the prince outfit.
それでどういう経緯であの場所にやってきたのか、なぜ柱が落ちるのが分かったのか。
So much has happened.
引き寄せられたようでした。そういう意味では事故ではなく事件と言えるでしょう。
Conspiracy.
一つ目の偶然は去年。ことです。
Also, with clarifications, I don't know about anywhere else, but at least in the United States, the word conspiracy has been diluted and tainted and hijacked. Now, a lot of people use the word conspiracy as like alien abduction, 9/11 never happened, and a bunch of other stuff that's baseless, just based on people's baseless canoning because of their feelings, misinformation, disinformation, whatever source they find based on their confirmation bias. However, the actual definition of conspiracy is conspiring against something. And usually in the government sense, in the political sense, because I am a former policymaker, I worked as a policymaker with the mayor of Philadelphia, one of the 10 major cities in the United States, before I pivoted and became a clinical psychotherapist. So I have several years working with governments on the macro sense, with the public sector. Conspiracy is usually in a political sense used at conspiring against the government or governments conspiring against something. So that's what the actual sense of conspiracy is. So in this sense, conspiracy is used properly and contextually versus how a lot of people nowadays use conspiracy as, like I said, UFO abduction, 9/11 never happens, and a bunch of like crazy theories out there. Again, no judgment for me. At the same time, context matters because without context, there is no content.
2つ目に倉庫でぼやが起き
Puzzle
同
one
時
by
に
one.
別の場所で細部が盗まれたことそして3つ目はほぼ同時期に細部の管理者が食中
Oh, this is exciting.
盗まれた細部です祭事では祭壇の柱を金属線で吊り上げ床の金具に固定していましたもし事故に見せかけるのであれば要である金具を狙うでしょう
そんなものが盗まれたら作り直さないわけがないだろう
当然作り直したでしょうね
So we see that with this roundtable discussion with Besson, Gaoshan, Jinxi, and Mao Mao, the only person interjects to Mao Mao's speculation analysis is Besson. Why? Because Besson is someone who knows Mao Mao the least. So there is the least amount of established psychological safety. There's the least amount of established trust and faith and credibility to Mao Mao's reputation. So Besson is the only one that interjects and objects to Mao Mao's analysis because he knows about her analytical ability the least. Whereas Gaoshan, which is Besson's father and an upper-ranking military officer, and Master Jinxi himself do not interject. Why? Because they know and trust and have faith in Mao Mao's analysis because she has yet to fail them once. So this also speaks to Besson's, yes, urgency because he is worried about his boss's boss, Master Jinxi, but more importantly, psychologically, he does not know her and he does not trust her the way everyone else does.
し凝った装飾をすると考えられますその職人に心当たりがありました
亡くなった長
The
期
metal
職
worker.
盗まれた金具は彫金細工師によって作り直されたのですもしこの金具が熱で壊れるようになっていたとしたら
Oh.
バカか金属だぞそんな程度の熱で
Yep, he remembers now.
亡くなった彫金細工師の秘伝の技術を使えば火のそばにあるだけで溶けてしまうのです
長金細工師
Basin literally just shut himself up by himself because it clicked for him. Because Gaoshan's a smart dude, so just by a lineage of genetics alone, Basin is also pretty sharp. Not as sharp as everyone else, but pretty sharp. So as he was saying that, he's like, Bakearu, you stupid. Oh. He realized, the realization hit him mid-sentence.
この計画を立てた一味ということか
いえおそらく何も知らず依頼された通りに金具を作ったのだと思います
Yeah, remember how nice and genuine and kind the youngest son was, who later took over the father's business to be the metal worker. And yes, as some people noticed, I did judge the sons, especially the middle son who looked like a dumpling, prematurely because of, yes, I do fall for the tropes designed by the writer. Because the writer, she's so good at establishing her tropes as smoking mirrors, as facade, as distractions. And I do fall for them. And as I've said it in the last episode, I'm very good at being very right with some wild predictions, but I'm also equally good at being very wrong because I am just a man, after all. That's a quote from Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism. But also, family means a lot to me as an Asian American, as a Korean American specifically. So family is a major, major pillar. And also the reason why I'm very, very harsh with my prediction and conjecture with Master Lock-on with the suspected forced pregnancy is also because I too was triggered and impacted by the suspected sexual trauma, rape, because I work with a lot of clients who had sexual trauma, rape, being molested as a child. And that is the area that I'm very sensitive about as a clinical psychotherapist, because I work with real life humans, clients, females, women who suffer from that. So when I did conjecture that, I was also triggered because I'm not just a psychotherapist. I am a human. I am a person first and foremost with my own feelings, emotions, countertransferences, imperfections, right? I am not ChatGPT. I am not a robot. I'm a human first and foremost. That's why I've been very harsh at my conjecture with Master Lock-on, and I did judge those metalwork brothers prematurely because family to me is everything. And also, obviously, I work with a lot of sensitive trauma, like sexual trauma, if that makes sense.
これと同じものをあの特殊な金属で作ってくれとでも頼まれて。しかし催事で事故が起きれば職人も不審に思います。その前に消してしまえば依頼人の名も低温で溶ける金属の技術も闇に葬られ、
True.
とても都合が良かったでしょう。
まさか殺さ
Another thing, so remember the metalwork business, aka the youngest son who took over, they are contracted by the real Palace. In other words, it's not just any normal schmo Joe, random person can task and commission the metalwork to create pieces for the ceremony. Especially, this is a very, very important ceremony. Why? Because the main subject of the ceremony is Master Jinshi, the brother to the emperor, a prince, an upper first rank lord. Based on the less secretive identity, since no one knows that Master Jinshi is a son, the crown prince, yet. So what does that say? This goes on and substantiates my analysis for the last 4 episodes that whoever's the mastermind, the culprit, is high enough rank in the royal palace or even in the dynasty that could commission the metalwork, have access to the royal kitchen, sneak in the puffer fish for the royal cooks, and all these assassination attempts. And I don't think it's the guy with the cycler that assassinated Master Conan and that also that fed the seaweed idea to the brother in the seaweed incidents. I think he is too just a foot soldier who's doing the dirty work, executioner of the masterminds. Because a mastermind of this caliber will never put himself or herself out there. It's too much risk, too many risk factors. So I think the mastermind has yet to be revealed. But so many clues and so many pieces of puzzles coming together. This is amazing.
そう見せかけた事件の可能性もあります。
Yes.
少なくとも死んだ職人に金具の製作を頼んだ人間はその技術が何であるか知っていた。私が言えるのはここまでです。
分かった。
それにしてもまさかあの場に人士様がいるとあのまま催事が続いていたら
He'd have been dead.
何者なんだよこいつ。こんな大掛かりな事件で命を狙われるに値する人物。知ったところで面倒なだけだ。
Again, Mao Mao's self-awareness and the ingrained conditions, hierarchical difference between a commoner like herself and nobleman like Master Jinshi sinks in once again. Despite her intellectual curiosity, she has the cognitive ability, emotional ability to stop her curiosity because, as she said, if I find out the truth, that's more trouble for me. So again, a lot of her behaviors and traits are more reflection of trauma, deep, complex trauma of her upbringing and mental health struggle, rather than autism necessarily. And I get it, a lot of people still believe she has autism. Again, there's nothing I could say can deter you because of your strong confirmation bias and your feelings involved, and that's okay. Again, unless the author herself clarifies and confirms officially that she's autistic, none of us can say she is, or she's not, I guess, right? But again, from a clinical perspective, her behaviors are more reflection and depiction of trauma, her traumatic upbringing, her unprocessed, her unaddressed trauma. Because she has so many trauma, so much ACEs, adverse childhood experiences specifically. That's why she has this ability, this very astute ability to know herself, very attuned, very in tune with emotions, social awareness, social situations. And despite her curiosity, she does not get fixated onto a subject when there's risk involved, because she knows a commoner like her has very little safety guaranteed, because she is nothing but a servant, which is the bottom of the social hierarchy, the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak.
もう私には関係ない。
Oh man, such a big physical trauma she endured.
お客様よ。
例の事件
Also, we have still yet to pick up or continue the fateful encounter between Mao Mao and her suspected forced father, Master Lakan, who intervened with that guard who hit her and finally let her in. He was right behind her, and Mao Mao knew who that was, instinctively, but also by his voice, although they never saw each other face to face. So that's also another massive plot point that I've yet to continue. Dude, for the last 4 episodes, because we're on episode 20, I can't even imagine how much juicier and intense the show's gonna get. The writers, you are amazing. Like, you deserve all the respect, all the fandom, all the praises, all the hype. You are much reserved. Yeah, it's amazing.
水霊という感情が関係していたんだが
やはり水霊か。
死体で見つかったよ
Wait, what?
毒を煽って倒れていたらしい明日には棺に入れたまま家計に処されるんじゃないか
他の関係者は？
他にはいない水霊一人だけだ
No way. She's just a full soldier.
細々としたことを全部一人で。
No way. I'm with you, Mama.
一件落着だなそれじゃ
Lihaku the golden retriever. Ha 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 ha. It's solved. Cool. Not my problem. Bye. So simple-minded.
毒を煽って死んだ。
No way.
本当にこれで終わりなのか。
But yeah, she doesn't seem like someone who will commit suicide, because she seems very, I don't know, committed to whatever the cause. And remember what she said. She said she was going to plant whatever those, I don't think they were sunflowers, whatever herbs. And she hinted at Mao Mao, said, hey, I heard you're a good apothecary. Sorry, a sneeze coming. Oh, I'm allergic to the truth. I'm allergic to mystery. Oh, my brain cells are itching. But yeah, I agree with Mao Mao. Sayuri is definitely not the type of person who would kill herself. And you don't really, also another very important PSA, in the suicide prevention realm, we don't really use the word commit, because it seems like it's something good, like a commitment. And obviously there's nothing beautiful, nothing good about killing yourself or being unalive, since YouTube hates the word. So yeah, I agree with Mao Mao. No.
ここに朝顔を植えるわ。
Morning glories.
よみがえりの薬。
Hold up. Did Sui Rei plant morning glories for her own usage? Maybe Sui Rei is not dead. Maybe it wasn't suicide. Yes, maybe her corpse is cold and found, but maybe she was able to self-induce some sort of a coma, like a near-death or death-like coma status. And maybe morning glories will be able to help resuscitate her, wake her up from the coma state, which makes her apparently dead. Because some medical conditions can slow down your heart rate to such a level, slow down your pulses to such a degree that makes you seem as dead. You have no temperature, etc., etc. But yeah, because death medically is the decaying of your cells. So, and obviously back then there is no such medical technology to extract your cells, for the microscope and so on, right?
憶測じゃダメだ。断言できない。ジンス様、お願いしたいことがあります。
なんだ？
水霊を検視した医官とお話がしたいのです。死体置き場で。
お前は何を笑って？
Remember what Luoman said? You never want to play with the corpse because given your intellectual curiosity, you're gonna go into the dark side.
好奇心に負けた。
Twofold. Level one, like she said, yes, it is curiosity, but a deeper level is still altruism. I stand by what I said. Mao Mao is very altruistic, and because unless she finds out who the culprit is, the scheme, the masterminds, Master Jinshi, or other lives could still be a danger, still at risk. Do you know what? One thing about assassination is if the first attempt was unsuccessful, if the intended subject of assassination was left alive because of the failed attempt, they will come back for a second time. So unless Mao Mao helps solve this mystery, this elaborate scheme, this covert operation, which is the title of episode 5, Master Jinshi or other people's lives are still at stake. So I think that's a deeper level.
何もジンシ様まで中に入らなくても。
薬屋が入るなら俺も行く。
Of course he would.
わかりました。
We saw Master Gaoshan frowning. He's like, ah. Again, every time Master Gaoshan frowns, he feels defeated because he has no control over Master Jinshi. He does what he wants because he's the prince. Oh, very ominous.
こちらへ。
Halloween season is over, but here we are.
お待たせして申し訳ありません。
やはりこの医官が検視を親しげに話していた患女が死んで。
Oh.
罪人扱いされたのだから、やつれもするだろう。でもそれだけだろうか。単刀直入に聞きます。患女が飲んだ毒にマンダラケが使われていませんでしたか？
それは。
Oh, thorn apple must be the ingredients that could help induce that coma that mimics a similar death state. And maybe morning glories is the ingredients that could activate and help dissolve thorn apple, which helps awaken. So, right? Or again, I'm completely off. I guess we'll see. Oh. Anesthesia.
マンダラケは白い朝顔の花に似ている。
断言はできない。症状から見てその可能性は高いが、特定はできない。
では実際に確かめてみましょう。
Suirei is not dead. I'm telling you.
何をする？
黙って見ててください。
Just shut up and watch. Yo, this is Mama's world, and we are just living in it. Of course, maybe this physician who examines a corpse, the autopsy, medical term, will try to intervene, but with Master Jinshi and Master Gaoshan around, no one can stop Mao Mao. Mao Mao's will is unstoppable with the backing of Master Jinshi himself. Mao Mao, you are such an international treasure. Shut up and just watch. Man.
やめろ。
吐きました。
Suiri's awake. Oh.
水霊じゃない。
Oh, it's not Suirei. Yo.
そんな。確かに水霊だったんだ。
本当に水霊でしたか？
私が水霊を見間違えるわけがない。脈も心の像も動いていなかった。綺麗なもんだったよ。
She had no pulse, right? She was not moving. She was cold. Literally what I said. Induced coma-like state that makes her appear to be dead, but not.
つまりいいように利用されたんですね。
Oof.
毒の正体を解明するために死体を切り刻もうとは考えもしなかった。
Because it's Suirei,
水霊もそれを見越していた。 水霊
Wow.
が使ったのはマンダラケだけではありません。医局の薬の在庫数を調べれば何を使ったかわかると思いま
Wow.
す。この医官を責めるとすれば薬の管理が不十分だったことだろうか。
Sui Rei utilized psychology. She knew that he had affection, affinity toward her. He probably had a crush on her because she would visit the pharmacy often. They had a history of relationship, not romantically, but relationship of knowing each other. So she knew if she were, air quote, found dead, aka in a coma state, that doctor will not dare to cut her open. Because how can he? With that personal feelings, biases, so on and so forth. So she was banking on that. It was a gamble, in other words. Although gamble with a high probability of confidence. But Suirei would have been effed if the doctor was diligent and professional enough. In other words, if his professionalism exceeded his affinity for her, he still would have cut her open. Because that's most basic thing for autopsy. You cut it open, you find out for the cause of death, in this case poison. And how do you investigate poison? You cut open the stomach, right? So straight away, you are lucky that he let his personal feelings overcome his professionalism.
新しい棺の中に代わりの死体を入れて持ち込み、
Wow.
すり替えたのでしょう。
だが水霊の遺体はどうなる？
She's
持
not
ち出す
dead.
にしても目立つだろう。
持ち出す必要はありません。
She woke up.
どういうことだ？
Yep. She woke up. Wow.
いたのではないのか？
Nope.
人を死んだように見せる薬があります。ご存
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Called it, y'all. Yo, Mama, I'm coming for your job. I'm coming for your analysis. I'm coming for your puzzle solving. Oh, man. Oh, I'm hyped. Let's go.
聞いたことはあるが、そんなのは幻想だ。
どんなものだ？
遠い異国にあるというその薬は人を一度殺ししばらくの後蘇らせるそうです。材料にマンダラケとフグを使うと聞きました。
シャオマオ。
ガオシュン様、空の棺桶を調べていただけますか？
はい。
Yo, look at Xiao Mao. Look at Mao Mao, the only servant in this entire room, sitting on a chair. Yes, I know. She's injured. She had 15 stitches on her leg. Yes, of course, I know, granted. But still, the only commoner is sitting on the chair while Master Gaoshan is doing investigation in the dirty work. Mao Mao, you made it, especially after saving the prince. Gosh, how long is it going to take for Mao Mao and Jinshi to start brewing that romantic chemistry? Obviously, right now it's one-weighted. It's a one-sided love. But when is Mao Mao going to be able to reciprocate that? You know, I'm sure it will take a while, but I can't wait.
釘の跡です。
おそらく
Yep.
死んだ水霊が入っていたのでしょう。そして
Someone else is involved, of course.
代わりに置き業者の加工に変装して出ていった。
Oh! The rescuer, the same side glare, the same culprits behind the assassination for Master Conan, the pufferfish incident, the seaweed incident, the same side glare. I like the only thing we have go off of is that side glare. I'm going to call him Mr. Side glare from now on. True?
いや、お前の場合違うだろ。
ここに遺体がないということは水霊は代わりの死体が燃やされ
I told you guys earlier, this was a gamble, but with a high probability of confidence.
そんな真似はさせない。会いたいですね。捕まえるためじゃない。
Wow, I got
何より
goosebumps.
自分の命を賭けの代償にしてまで皆を騙そうとしたしたたかさ。
Wow.
こんな人物がさっさとくたばっては面白くないだろう。
Again, this will be my last comments about autism because I'm not trying to start a war in the comment section. Again, I respect everyone's opinions, but I'm coming from a clinical perspective. You tell me one person that is able to display this sort of facial expression and affect that Mao Mao is displaying. This is not a affect. This is not a facial expression as a result of autism. Yes, autism is a spectrum. Yes. This is the same face that Mao Mao displayed and showed Master Jinshi for a glimpse seconds that made him step back. When he said that, hey, there's someone, Master Lockhart wanted to meet with you. And she showed that face. This is a face of deep, deep, deep trauma. Almost seems as if it's antisocial, ASPD, antisocial personality disorder. It's almost seemingly sociopathic. But of course, we know Mao Mao is not sociopathic, not even close, because she is altruistic. The amount of empathy, consideration, compassion she has for commoners and so many people. So of course, Mao Mao is not sociopathic. But my point stands. This is a facial expression, not a result of autism, but rather deep, deep trauma and her conviction to find Sui Rui, a person who can master intelligence, who can come up with this elaborate scheme, the audacity, the balls of steel that Sui Rui has to pull all this off. It will be such a loss for someone like that to die. Now, there's two 4-dimension chess match happening. One, between Lockhart and Jinshi. And two, now between Mao Mao and Sui Ren. Such a fascinating development. Wow. But this face, man, this Mao Mao's face is giving me chills. Wow.
に作り方を教えてもらう。
Yo. Yo, Mama started laughing uncontrollably as if she were in a room by herself with everyone involved. Mama, you're such a complex, impressively written character. There's so many layers of depth to your character and your psychology, your psyche, your trauma, your upbringing, your presentation, your behaviors. Fascinating. I would love to have Mama as my client in real life. I would love to dissect her brain. I would love to dissect her psychology. Man, fascinating.
すみません。
なんだ
足を縫ってもらえませんか。傷口が開いたようなので。
それを早く言え
Oh. Second thing, this also speaks to Mao Mao feeling comfortable enough in front of Master Gaoshan and Master Jinshi that there's enough psychological safety and there's enough established emotional safety where Mao Mao can let her subconscious be revealed, that she can be herself more authentically, more truthfully, more honestly, even with that villain-like laugh. Because she feels comfortable and safe around Master Jinshi and Master Gaoshan. That physician who examined the corpse just happens to be there, right? So he's irrelevant. Wow,
結
dude.
局水霊のことは秘密裏に終わらせた水霊という感情についても
Yes.
曖昧な点が多い遺憾によると彼の死が彼女の後見人だったという数年前
Yes.
いつも悪いな
また傷口が開くようなことをされてはいけませんから。
ああしかし心配なのは怪我だけではない変人こと羅漢のこともある
Yes.
父親であることは確かなようだが薬屋の態度を見る限り事情があるのだろう
Yes. Man, the plot thickens, dude.
問題ないかと。いつもと同じです。
すなわち微妙な味だと
随分幼く見えます。
分かっている。
Wait. Jinshi just said it's a responsibility of mine as a eunuch? What? Is Jinshi a eunuch? What is going on? Or is he saying that because he needs to take this whatever bad tasting medicine or tea, whatever he just drank, as part of the facade to maintain the facade? Because eunuchs need to be able to drink that in public? What the I need more brain cells for this. I need more coffee since today I'm just sipping water. What the heck is going on, y'all? Interesting.
となった弱い24の男。それが人種なのだ。
Oh, okay. So that's the facade. That's the mask. That's the persona, the caricature that he is maintaining in front of people.
人種の仮面をかぶると決めてから、こうして毎日。
そのうち本当に不能になりますよ。
So Gaoshan is also not a eunuch. So they're in this together. This means Gaoshan knows Jinshi's true identity as a crown prince, the son of the emperor. Whoa, is that what that means? And okay, so I guess whatever they're drinking is a hormone suppressant.
まだ19じゃないか。
ええ、あなた様と同じ19です。
Oh, age is revealed. So Jinshi is age 19. So like a year older than Mao Mao officially. So this verifies what I just said. Master Gaoshan knows exactly who Jinshi is. The secret crown prince. Wow. So Gaoshan is truly the most intimate inner confidant, the trusted advisor, nanny that Jinshi has. I wonder if the other core lady also knows this much information or not as intimate as Gaoshan.
こんな仕事を終わらせろとでも言う。
早く孫を抱かせてください。
That's true. Wow. This episode is nuts, dude. Who is this? Who these?
今日もまた素敵な衣装ですね。
ありがとうございます。
主上はローラン妃のもとに通ってはい。
Oh, so this is Luolan, the new one. That's a different outfit. It almost seems like a, I don't know, like a European outfit. It seems, just from what he looks like. Anyway, cool outfit.
わからなくなり混乱するそうだ。それでも10日に一度は通うことにしているらしい。ローラン妃の父親が先の皇太后に気に入られた重臣。
Oh, political relationship. Boom. I'm gonna continue down my baseless headcanoning, but again, I think I'm on the balls, y'all. I think I'm really close to the truth between this culprit, and I'm pretty sure Luolan is indeed an integral part of this elaborate scheme against the dynasty, the emperor, the empire itself. And because Luolan represents the north, and her father is also a very high-ranking officer within the dynasty itself. And did you catch that? Luolan changes her outfit and is very air quote fashionable, but she appears to be a different person every single time emperor visits her. What does that say? She does not want to get touched, and she doesn't want to get intimate with the emperor. So she's not really here for love, level 1. 2, she's not here to appease the emperor, level 2. Level 1, level 2, I forgot what I said. And level 3, Luolan does not care to gain the favor of the emperor because her dad is high-ranking officer enough. So what is the true reason? What is the real underlying intention of Lolan being here to be a concubine. Because she's not fulfilling any duties of a concubine. She's here as a gear in the bigger machine, the operation to take down the dynasty. Boom! I said it. I'm doubling down on that. Let's go.
先の帝の幼児趣味を嫌悪している今の皇帝は、李主妃に手を出すつもりはなさそうだ。少女の頃に今の皇帝を産んだ皇太后は、その十数年後、もう一人子を産んでいる。その際、遺憾は皇太后につきっきりになり、何事もなく無事に出産を終えた。だが、アード王妃の出産は皇太后の出産と重なったためにないがしろにされる。結果、アード王妃は子宮を失い、今の皇帝の初めての巫女も間もなく亡くなった。もしその時の子が今生きていれば、くだらぬ妄想だ。
Yo! Alright, so what Jinshi just said confirms two things. One, Master Jinshi does not know that he is the secret crown prince. He does not know that he's the secret son to the emperor and the son of Lady Ado. That's number one. Number two, he's like, that's silly. Because what he tried to say but did not say, and he does the same thing that Mao Mao does. When the curiosity gets too unhinged, air quote, according to them, they're like, oh, that's silly. And they kind of cuts, I think they interrupt their own thought process because they don't want to indulge in that silliness, air quote, using Mao Mao's words and using Jinshi's words. But what he wanted to say, but did not say, is if that child were still alive, he will be my age, the firstborn of the emperor, aka Taizi, the crown prince. That will be Master Jinshi himself. But he did not indulge further in his curiosity because to him it's silly, it's baseless. Wow, dude. So much context were revealed in this episode, it's overwhelming. Wow.
次の東宮をこしらえてしまえばいい。随分とお疲れのようですが。
はいはい、あなたたちはお仕事に戻って。はい。
What's happening?
実は。
What's going on?
ですか。
Uh-oh.
ああ、玉葉妃の月の道が途絶えているらしい。
Period stopped? Uh-oh.
すなわち妊娠の可能性があると。いつからでしょうか。
今日からでも行けるか。
はい。
頼んだぞ。
Wow.
名前も聞きたくないあれと顔を合わせることはないだろう。
True. Master Lockhart.
もしかして気を使ってくれたのだろうか。どちらにせよ、また毒味役。
あら、機嫌がいいのね。残念ね。せっかく期待外がある子が入ってきたと思ったのに。ねえ。
Also, fun fact, they called menstrual cycle or woman having period lunar cycle because, I don't know if you guys know these, moon's gravitational pull and gravitational force influences woman's menstrual cycle. That's why 28 days once a month. Let that sink in. Woman's menstrual cycle is influenced by the gravity pull and the force of the moon. That's why they call it lunar cycle back in the days. Isn't that's wild. Like, that's wild.
久しぶりの高級生活は以前と変わらず毒味の毎日を過ごしている。問題ありません。月経が
So I wonder if Lady Yokyu is pregnant once again. Fascinating. And will it be a boy? Aww. It's been a while since the Emperor gained some camera time, so that seemed very wholesome. Yeah, the Emperor seemed like a A-okay, I guess, guy for an Emperor, since it's really hard to maintain integrity, dignity, morals. It's hard to be a good person when you're the most powerful, when you're the richest person in the entire country. Like, it is true. Look at all the billionaires. Look at so many celebrities. Look at all the scandals. Power corrupts, but absolute power corrupts absolutely. So on that token, Emperor seems like a stand-up guy, one could say, given the amount of absolute power he has.
宮廷にすら影響を与えかねない変わり者の娘。無下にもできず、だからといって子ができても厄介。頭の痛い話だろうな。
そう、見受けされるんだって。
Oh, it must be. You think it's Mei Mei? Because Mei Mei was near the age of being bought out and retirement. And I know Pimp Grandma. And you know, Pimp Grandma has been, I think, nagging her to be bought out. Or is it Perian? Is it Mei Mei or is it Perian? The one that Golden Retriever Lee Haku loves. Interesting. Guys, all right, anyway, enough said. That's enough yapping for today. I don't think my brain cells have worked this hard in any of the previous episodes to date. So many juicy deets were revealed and confirmed, with further cliffhangers and foreshadowing and puzzles left to be solved. As always, please smash that thumbs up. I pour my soul out. I pour my heart out every single video. And make sure you're subscribed. Support your favorite yapper and make sure you don't miss out on the next episode. And join our Patreon and YouTube members if you want early access, but also voting power to participate in future polls to help decide the next series. As always, please remember, you are worthy and you matter. Until next time, peace.